Today is another episode of Days of Our Craft on the 999 ASMR Tarot. And today I am going to try and paint this rock. I might do some other things as well, but we're just going to try this. I put some gesso down on this with the hopes that the paint will stick better. Maybe we'll do this side. Maybe we'll just do this side, and then we'll just see what happens. Well, but kind of start with just like a base coat of something. I'm really not quite sure what I'm doing, but maybe we'll just use this white. It's sort of a creamed out white now, because I was doing just a little bit of painting right before. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on here, and I'm going to set it aside and do something else and come back to it. So this is like a first time for me painting rocks. Maybe that's a nice background. Maybe it's not, you know. Kind of spread that in, get it to soak in on the, then we'll just let this dry right over here. And now I'm going to do this thing. Need to have a little tea here. Oh, and by the way, I'm random guy. I'm just some random guy on the internet doing stuff. It's Tuesday afternoon in August. All right, let's go. I don't want to seem like it's too boring of a video, so we're just gonna do something here. I need to mix some brown. I think I'll use this color here, the yellow. I'm gonna mix in some red. It's kind of purpley now. Let's put in some of this titanium white. Makes sort of an earthy tone color. And it does. It has made it well, hello. Hello, Mojiko. Cool. Welcome. Well, I can't seem to read at all. I apologize. I can't see this close. So, Doggy, welcome. Samara Nerves, welcome. Emoji Cat, welcome. Chihuahua Squad, welcome. La Chevere, welcome. Machi, welcome. Taylor, welcome. Yeah, so I'm gonna be doing some a landscape kind of a picture here, and I've treated the paper first, kind of like a scene that you might see from the car. You know, I'm thinking that you're driving by, or you're in a bus, and you're driving by a nice day, and you're on that bus, and this is something you might see from there. Now, this is the sky, and this is gonna be some water, and then there'll be, yeah, so that's what it is. It's a scene, something you might see from the car. But what I'm going to do is start with just, this is like a spit of land. You know, maybe this is the sea here. Maybe this is the lake. And this is a little bit of an inlet. And it has some little bit in the forefront too. So we got some water coming up here. And coming here, and So here and here, so this is in the distance. And I think we're going to make some mountains, and I might want to do a little bit of some black. Yeah, so we're going to put in a little bit of black. I'm going to mix it in here. And comes up into the distance. So we got some mountains or some hills, part of a hill, and and there's maybe some trees in the background. And but this is just a rough here, and now I'm gonna go in and do the skyline and do the some clouds. And I think I'll use this brush, or because I'm doing so small, I'm gonna use this brush here, and we're gonna go in and just stipple. I'm gonna stipple in here and do these stipply clouds, and so it's like in the far back you got. Oh, so it's the first art. I do quite a few of these actually. I do them multiple times a week. Most of the times I do them at night. Well, for me it's like 1 in the afternoon, and well, you know what? It's all about practice. I just started painting less than 10 years ago, but I did. Welcome, Benjamin. Kitty Lover, welcome. Thank you. Welcome. Welcome, everybody in the chat. Thank you for being here. Don't forget, if you like my video, please push the like button. And if you like live art, consider becoming a subscriber. It doesn't really cost anything. Thank you very much. So we're going to just we're going to do some stippling here. And this kind of textures things, and it makes the sky kind of more random and more of a random feel. And I might come with a different little brush here, and this kind of blends it. We're just blending it in. We got just blending these colors. And for a sky. And sometimes it works when you do these landscapes with water. Hello. Hello, Minion, Kitty Lover, Project Villa LLC. This is a live painting video. And we're just blending it. We're just using titanium white and phthalo blue, and I'm blending the colors right into this thing right now. And I'm going to come right up to the edge here, and it'll feather it in there just about like this. Some colors there, right up to the land. Well, thank you. Thank you, Mia. I'm sorry. Thank you, Mia. My eyesight doesn't work as good as it used to, so my face is just about 6 inches away from the screen, and so it sometimes it's kind of difficult to see. So now we're going to come in here and come in with this other layer. But I think I want to come back in. Olivia Teal, welcome, hello. I want to take just a little bit of this red, the primary red, and I'm going to put it in here. And just, so we have some of these purpley colors in the clouds. And I probably should have done this first, but it's okay because a lot, Accidents. Yes, happy accidents. Yeah, to do happy accidents. I probably should have put this down first, the purple. But you know what? This is just a practice painting, and I'm going to come back in with this white, and we'll blend it in. So we have these different layers of clouds. Different layers of clouds coming in here. Different colors. Different layers. Come back up with some more white. Some more white over there. It has a nice feel to it. So you're at school. So was it Mila? Mila. Say Mila. Okay. All right, Mila. Welcome. And welcome, Minion. Though I did see you in there before, so we're just going to bring up the layers. And we'll just bring up the layers, and then adding layers will just add the depth to this, adding more depth. And I am going to add some more titanium white to my mix over here. That's going to be the color that I'm... Oh, bye! Thank you very much for being here for such a short time, and thank you for saying hi, Minion. I'm going to bring up this color again, another way. It's back in there. So we got like how the color comes right off the land, and it brings up just these layers of the titanium white, the layers of the cloud, adding to the depth of the scene. So you can see in here that it has there's multiple layers here, and actually this piece of paper here came out of a package of okay, sometimes in the school that accidents do happen in my name. They say Mila, but it's okay. You can call me whatever you want. I struggle to see really close. I have to put a magnifying glass in here, and I see Mia, and I'll call you Mia. And then Pink Pajama Girl Fan 2024, hello. Olivia Teal, hello, and thank you for the praise. You are very kind. And thank you for liking my style of art. Oh, Olivia Teal, you're leaving so soon? Bye-bye. Well, come back some other day. So we're coming up here, and what I might do is, since we had some overlap here, and there, that looks good. So it's like it's a good start here. So, we don't want to spend too much time on it. This is just a practice painting. And I'm going to come back in and make a little bit more brown, and I think I'll use this brush here. Okay, I'm going to make a little bit more brown, green, and red. Make brown. It's really all the colors make brown, but we're going to... I got a lot of water in here, so I need to pull a little bit of water off this brush. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I do art multiple times a week, different things, a lot of paper mache. I've been doing a lot of paper mache lately. And painting. I try to do one outdoor painting on that's large, practice painting a week that's larger. I need to add a little bit of black to this, just a touch of black, just to get the color that I kind of want. It's dark. I'll add a little bit more of this green. It really has more of a purpley color. And I might, let's see how that would look. That looks like that. Yeah, I think that's okay. So what I'm going to do is come back over here because I want to have like a, and so then it's kind of coming up over the front here. This is not the right brush for this, but it's okay. We can make it work. And maybe just a little bit more humps here. I'm going to pull this out across, pretty much across the whole page. So there's a distinct separation between the sky and the land, and maybe a bit more of another mountain over here coming in the far, far distance. And we'll add a little white to that just to tone it down. Like I said in the beginning, this is something you just might see in a car. You're speeding by in a car or a bus as you're just on a vacation tour. Well, thank you. Thank you for the praise. You're very kind. You're very kind. I just do my best here. And I really love, I love creativity and so forth. And I want to go back in and make that more browny color like I had there before. That was kind of more purpley. It's a lot more purpley. Yeah. And we're going to bring it back into here, lighter color. I still don't quite like it. I think I'm going to add a bit more of the green to it, just to get it more of a color match. Because when you can paint from primaries, and painting from primaries, though I do have in my kit, I do have the color. Well, thank you very much. It's just working on that scene, and because one of the things I did first is I did a color wash of this light blue first in order to, so I can tie the sky and the top and the bottom of the painting together, and I'm doing it with a really light blue, but I could probably come in here and do a I still don't quite like that color. I want to bring it down. I want to bring it down a shade so that it might be like maybe you got some sand dunes over here. Maybe this is like a big sand dune in the back, in the distance, in the way distance. But it's a long ways away. And so I want to bring that, let's add a little primary yellow to this. Because really the colors that I would like to be working with is oxide yellow and Titan buff. But I don't have very many of those colors left. So I got to try and manufacture those colors from primaries. And that's what we're doing. Maybe when you're 9, you can do art like, well, you know what? It's just about practice. Everything is all about practice. And then keep trying to improve. And a lot of times you're just doing the same painting, your same image painting over and over again. And you're practicing these skills. And so this is kind of more of a muddy color. Oh, well, you're starting at the right age, and that's good to start young like that. So I'm gonna be using the primary yellow and bringing this color up a notch, bringing it up into a more of a tan color. Well, you know what, Mia? All you need the basic colors that you need in order to make any color are you need a black, you need a white, you need primary yellow, and you need a red. Cadmium red is a good color. You need magenta, primary magenta, but this is cadmium red. It works too. And I need to find my primary cyan. And primary cyan. Yeah. But this works too. So what you need is blue, red, yellow, white, and black. If you have these basic colors, you can make all the rest. Now, what you can't make is you can't make fluorescent colors. You can't make fluorescent colors from primaries. Fluorescent colors, neons and fluorescents, they have a different kind of a pigment in them, and that's the only color. You can't make those from primaries, but you can make all the other ones. So I'm going to come in over here and just bring this color in. And it doesn't have to be perfect here, splotches here. And maybe I might also come in back with this green. Now it's a real heavier green than I would have liked to have used, but we're just going to blend it right on the page. Blend it right on the page. Well, you know what? You just need those 5 colors that I mentioned to do about everything. So I'm going to come back in here. I might actually come back over that with the darker color. I'm going to blend that in here. Kind of a spots, a little bit like this and like that. I'm really kind of spending way too much time on this, but it's okay. Well, you need, if you get some white, you can start mixing those colors and making the shades. So like I say, if you got red, blue, yellow, black, and white, you can you can make all the colors. And so we're just going to work on this over here a little bit. I still want this kind of lighter because I want it like it's clear off in the way distance. And we're just going to move in there. We put just a little bit of texture in there. Oh. Well, Minion, welcome. Welcome back. I don't know how many people are actually here because there's maybe some people who are just lurking behind and they're kind of pausing in the vertical section for about 30 seconds and then they're moving on and so forth. So one of the things I can do, I'm going to do some of these other detail work later. But right now, I'm going to start working more on the foreground. Hello, Minion. Hello. Welcome again. Welcome. I think you were here before. So I'm just going to clean the brush off. All right. Now, I think I'll put this one aside, and we're going to go use a different brush altogether. I have a big pile of brushes right beside me here. And I might use this. This is a watercolor brush, but it works here. So I have water over here, and I'm just going to load the brush up. And we're going to just come in, and we're going to texture the foreground. I'm going to texture the water. And so we have some zones in here. I think I had that purpley color. We might want to remake that purple color kind of over here. Oh, thank you. I'm going to remake that a purple color like I kind of have here in this guy, but it's going to kind of signify, the darker colors will signify like deeper water. Now, I am going to try to make the water seem a little bit more turbulent. Rather than, because it's maybe there's a wind blowing, but down at the ocean, there's always a wind blowing. But maybe this is a lake, but there's still maybe ocean on the other side. You can't see it because of the clouds. But you're in a car, or you're in a bus, you're on a train. And just going to come in here with these. We're going to just be making textures. It doesn't have to be perfect, because it's all about, well, bye again. It's all about, we're just building, adding some randomness to it. And then I'm going to come back in with the blue. I'm going to add some white to it. And it does look a little bit busy in here, but that is all fixable things here. Everything's all fixable at this stage of the game. It's all fixable. Okay, so we're building water. And I guess it's maybe calmer water. Maybe it's not. I don't know. You know what? It's too soon to tell what it is here. Got water. It's got different. When you're painting small like this, you do kind of make shorter brush strokes. And kind of coming in here. We're texturing the water. It's got multiple shades here already because we already started. I started with a base color altogether, and we are just sort of blending right on the page. Water, you're seeing it from a distance. Maybe there's waves, maybe there's not. It's the white caps maybe from the wind, out there. As we go along, it will begin to take shape. It'll begin to take shape. Well, Mia, if you're still there, you can always ask your parents for primary color paints for your Christmas present coming up or your birthday, providing, and maybe, some nice brushes. Go to an art store and pick up some brushes. I got lots of brushes. And so as you can see, we're working on this and it is starting to take shape, and it's happening really fast too. Because I've only been here 30 minutes and we are moving really fast here. And I think I'll go back and get some of this blue over there, just different layers. I got this red over here. This purpley color. It's like dark water, deep water. Pull in some more water and we'll just blending it in. It doesn't have to be perfect. That's the thing to remember here. It doesn't have to be perfect. Because this is art and it's your imagination. You are creating, you're building something out of your imagination. And your landscape can be whatever it is that you want it to be. And that's also something that you need to remember. It is your imagination, it's what you want it to be. And maybe you just have some swirls in here, a little bit like this, moving the brush back and forth, and it shows the waters look a little bit rougher there. So we're going to do some more of that coming up over here. More white in here because I want this to be a little bit lighter color, but it still is this lighter purpley color. And so we're coming in here and making just little lines, little squiggles. Because, maybe the wind is blowing this way. The wind is blowing this way. Well, I'm not going to end this quite yet, Mia. I am, I started out, I wanted to paint this rock too, and I'm going to paint this rock a little bit later. And I might just pause here for a minute, because this is going to be done, this painting might be done in another 15 to 20 minutes, but I'm also going to work on this rock. Yeah, so we're going to come in here, got some squiggles, and see we're texturing the water and adding color textures, but it's also, in doing this, you're bringing in motion. And because water is always in motion. This is, maybe it's the sea, and maybe there's a road and you were over there and this is an inlet, and is this the sea? Is this, it doesn't really matter if it's a lake or a sea. Okay. You're going to just close it. You'll be right back. All right. I'll be here. I'll be here for probably another 40 minutes total. I have to go someplace this evening and going to a birthday party later. And it looks like there's some waves out there. So we're going to be putting in a little bit of a wave coming in here. So we got some brush strokes like this, and a wave is coming in. There's a wave out there. Okay, so you're back. Good. Have a wave action. Okay, we're going to just put in some motion. Just adding motion in here. A little bit more. Some white. Got some white caps. Just coming in. It's moving that way. Okay, that's what we're doing. We're moving the water that way. Coming in. Maybe. It's got some waves. The wind is pushing it. Maybe this is a lake. Kind of bring some more blue in. Phthalo blue. Kind of some squiggly motions. It's just, now we make sure we don't want to make it too messy here, but kind of bring it in like this. You know, I just have to stress the fact that this is the exercising of your imagination, and it doesn't have to be perfect. And especially when you're painting this small, it's very difficult at times. Oh, okay, my voice is kind of glitchy. All right, well, hopefully it's not my audio on my end. I want to, let's see, let's take this brush here. I'm going to just come in here and work on the directionality here. And yeah, it's got some other colors in it now. It's got some colors like from the land in there. I'm just drawing this out to bring in some motion, some energy to it. Different colors. So if you were doing a big painting, you would want to come in and do a dry brush. Dry brushing is just a technique that you can use in order to blend those colors together. If you are using colored pencils, they have a tool called a burnisher. I'm going to just come in here and use this. I'm using this brush as a color, as a shaper. And we are shaping the colors down here. We have this wave in here, so shaping. There's a couple different waves just rolling in. It's right on the side. Now they're going to kind of calm down a bit, but we're just shaping these colors. Makes it a little bit rough there, but then there's what's going on over here. Let's come in with this. I'm going to just kind of bringing this in all the way up to the ground. Kind of bringing it in. Just a little bit of a on the surface here. Guess that was off camera, you didn't see it. Okay, so you're back. All right. I'm just gonna come in here. We're gonna pull it in, color in. It's got these different colors in there because these are all colors you can see in water. Pulling this in, I'm just shaping the colors of what's on here. And so it has, so the sky, which looks pretty dynamic, but the water in front here also looks really dynamic. And so I'm going to come back in. Let's just go clean the paint off my brush. And I have that line there, some black. I might go in, and before I start working on the faraway shore, I'm going to take some of this titanium black. Or not, no, this is just black. I'm going to put in a line over here, because this is like just very lightly, a very light line of black over here. And just to help define things just a bit. Just a little bit of definition here. Maybe it's a road over there. Maybe you were just over there. You were just over there in your car, over there, just a few minutes before. You're coming around the bend. You're seeing the world from a different viewpoint, just a different angle. Yeah, you can tell me a joke. So you're grabbing the phone and so forth, yeah? All right, well, tell me a joke. I'll just go take a look at it just a second because I'm not looking at the screen. I'm looking at my little painting here. Maybe come in here, a little bit of some dark shadows in here. Just a little bit. But we might want to go take and do a little bit of blending over there. I have yeah, you can tell me a joke if you want to. I think we can use this one as a blender brush. So I'm using a dry brush over here. I just put a little bit of black on here, and we are dry brushing this in order to help add the texture, okay? Coming back in over on this other side. Maybe a little black. Yeah, some over here. A little bit of black. Kind of adding some definition, just some different lines. Okay. I'm going to come back in with my blender brush. Just blending this down. It just adds a little more depth to it. It did scrape the paint off just a little bit. What is a rock's favorite kind of music? Yeah, so what is a rock's favorite kind of music? Let me just go in here with some green. Kind of slope down. It's got some green over there. Okay, so I want to come in and I want to do some white right on the shoreline here. So over here in the distance, I'm going to put a lot more white over there. Rock and roll, my dad says that my jokes are funny. Okay, rock and roll, my dad says my jokes are funny. Yeah. Well, thank you for telling the joke. Gonna run this over here, the white, just off over there in the distance. And over there. More white over there. It's the white water over there. Maybe some waves. Maybe they're waves. Just a little different colors. Different colors in there. You wouldn't really see a lot of motion clear over there. You just see that it was there, and that's kind of just what you want to see. And this blue. The white. Well, thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that you're here, Mia. I am going to add some more of this blue over here. The blue shades of different colors in here. I'm putting it in here. Just these fast strokes. Just wanted to, sometime but I need to go back in and dry brush this. I'm going to dry brush this in here. And dry brush just blends it together. Just blends the colors together. It's got some places where there's some waves, some wave actions, and so forth. Now, back in some more white. Just put some more water in it. Just kind of bringing it in. Just filling in just a little bit more color. It fills in. Creates just something for your eye to look at. And oftentimes these types of paintings look so much better close up. Oh, it's got some gray colors over there. Look at that. Oh, the black. But that's fine. It's okay. I'm gonna go back in with my got some gray water. Maybe it's some rocks over there, coral reef. Just gonna bring that in here. Coming up over here. All these different colors in here. It just has a real nice feel to it. Oh, sorry that you spilt your milk. Maybe a little more of the blue. Just kind of putting this in. Almost looks like a little wave, little white cap in the distance. I'm going to be putting this in here. It has a sense of like a forward motion of a wave here. Kind of bringing it in, bringing it out. See kind of some feelings here. Ooh, didn't want to do that, but we'll dry brush this out and kind of blending it in. Your a dry brush is actually one of your best friends in doing this. Coming back into it, dry brush, just blending the colors, blending them down. So how does that look? Kind of like turbulent colors and so forth. I want to pull in and do just a bit more side brushing motion here, just up here a little bit. Where did that green come from? Oh, I drug my brush across the green. Huh. All right, well, that's fine. We'll just blend that in. Kind of. There we go. It's in here. And now we come back. Come back, we do that nice strokes here, shaping the color. We're bringing it in here. A little bit of the green. Well, the green, it's okay. It's okay to have that color there. I think I do want to come back in with some of these colors that were over here. And this is like your colors of that. And we are going to be adding in here, just blending a little bit of this white. Just a little bit of white here. It's over here. And now I'm going to blend it in. Blend it back, bring it in, bring it back. So we got just some more, maybe that's the shoreline, everything else, and maybe I'm going to bring it back even further. Bring more in, over here. Oh, I just hit the camera. A lot more water. We're just bringing in that water, maybe some of these darker colors. And we're going to bring it in over here, like that. I'm going to blend it down. Blend it in. Okay, I'm going to come back in and we're going to go back into the water and we're going to blend these two realities together. Blend these two realities together. Some more of this. Kind of bringing it on here. Over there. Okay. I'm going to go back in and blend. Blend. Just a bit here. I don't want to do too much more than that because I need to fix this over here. There's a little bit of white water here. A little bit of white. Yeah, I don't know. This is not behaving quite the way I want. But we'll do this. It's like a little wave coming in. Little wave. The wind is blowing these waves in. Kind of like that. And oh, I see. Well, you just kind of keep at it. You just keep working at things and you can get better. I'm going to take this. We got this little bit of a wave coming in. The water streaks in here. And there we go. Water coming in. A little bit. Come up here. Just going to texture it a little bit more. There we go. So, I think the foreground is 64 viewers. Well, you know, it does take a while. YouTube is not easy. This is my third channel, and my first two channels really didn't do very well. And I've been working on YouTube for quite several years, and this is, like I said, my third channel. And here we go. We're just going to put some little bit of texture lines in there. Now I'm going to stand up just a second. I got to stretch my legs. I need to see what this thing looks like. It might actually be done right now. So you have 64 viewers, and well, Mia, you just got to keep working at it, and you're a kid, like you say. Well, hello, travel siblings. Welcome, welcome. And this is a scene as you might see on a bus or a car whizzing on by. Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. I am still working on this. I'm gonna put it aside and do something else. I have this rock that I was working on wanting to paint and try that, and so painting rocks. I don't know what I'm gonna do here. Maybe I'm not gonna do this at all, but I don't know. I might just do a thank you for your support, for liking the video. So if you're out there, you're just joining us, don't forget to hit the buttons, the like and sub button. If you like my material, be a supporter. So I think it needs to be like this, and I'm going to do I don't know what I'm going to take this red, and we'll do this red on the bottom. We'll just make it something very abstract. I got this color here that I have forgotten to use, and so I'm going to use some of that up here. I think what I'll do is I'm just going to put some basic colors down, and then I'm going to look at it for a couple of days, and then I'll figure out what I'm going to do with it. Maybe a second reality on the top. I just use my blender brush. There we go. Nice different color. Painting rocks. I had something in mind. Maybe you come in here and take some of this blue, because I'm going to use... Oh, that looks pretty cool. With the blue in there. A little of the titanium white mixed with the blue. Coming up and blending in. Oh, okay. All right, that's fine. You made it back. That's the main thing. I'm just letting that other painting dry for a second, and I'm gonna come in and add some layers onto this rock. I just kind of found this out in the creek the other day. Just to show you can paint anything, actually, anything in your environment. I want to make a nice base coat here of this blue and this fluorescent red. Go back in here, and we have a blending zone, and where it blends together, because that color of blue mixed with fluorescent red is really a pretty color. I like that color a lot. All right, I'm going to feather that color out. Coming back in here, a little bit more of this in here. I'm going to let those colors dry. Okay, I'm going to put that back over here. I'm going to clean some. You have a plushie named Sparkles and an old plushie and name's Nene, and I still have Nene. Okay. Plushie. That's like something that, oh yeah, my grandniece has had plushies before. All right, there we go. I'm gonna just clean this brush out. I don't need the paint sticking on it too much. Okay. I'm gonna take this stuff off a little bit, take this stuff off my hands. Maybe I'll just use some of this tea to wipe down my hands a bit. A lot of paint on my hands. Okay, there we go. Now, we're going to go back to this over here. And me thinks that... No, I'm looking at that and wondering if... Yeah, I'm going to do that. It may be a mistake, but but this is a practice painting, so it is okay to make mistakes. And so we're going to come in here with this, take a little bit of this green here, and I'm going to take it. What we're going to do is I'm going to come in here, and maybe we can have some trees in the distance. I don't like what happened here, so I need a different brush to do this. We'll try this brush. So I'm going to be doing just a little bit of the stippling motion here. And we have some of this darker colors over here. Kind of gather that in. You're just kind of dabbing it. Just little motions like this. Over here, this looks like it's really fuzzy over there, but that's okay because sometimes things look that way in the distance. I look at trees all around me and I can see stuff that's very similar to that. I'm going to come back, get some more of this green, and we're going to kind of pushing that color in. I got this color over here, and I push that color in. It's the forest in the distance. Now, a lot of times forests do have... I'm going to take this brush here. Bob Ross. So, yeah, Bob Ross is my hero. How'd you know? Thank you. Thank you for the compliment. And so I'm going to come back in here, and we're going to take this up here. Take a little bit of a strand up here. So it's like some tall trees in the distance. Tall trees. A little water in there. I'm going to pull that color up. Some trees. There's always some tall, straight trees. Let's do a little stippling. This is a long ways away. Miles and miles away. These are tall, tall trees. Just a few really, really tall trees, miles and miles away. So you have a pink unicorn that's your Sparkles is a pink unicorn, and pink unicorn, and Nene is a brown horse. Well, that sounds like the sound that a horse makes, Nene. Maybe over here, some tall trees coming up. A few more tall trees in the background. Just over there, making just sort of filling in the far, far away ground, the distance in the back. Some little tiny lines. Look at it from afar. Maybe on top of the hill, you got a big tall tree back there. So you're gonna go now. Have a nice day. Thank you, travel siblings. Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking my video, and if you're just joining us and you like what you see, sub and like if you think my work is worth that. If not, that's fine. It's like I accidentally put some So when you were a little kid, you called all the horses Nene because that's what the sound they make is. I get it. They make that neigh sound. All right. Over here maybe. And thank you. Thank you, travel siblings, for joining me for a few minutes. Let's put this over here, some other colors. Just like that. Maybe it's sand. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I don't know what it is. A little bit of sand over here. Sandy beaches. Different colors. Come back in here with my green, and we're just gonna put some more here. It's kind of rough. Let's put these colors in. Just sort of, it's there. I need some more yellow. I don't want to use too much because where did I put my yellow at? I had the yellow. Ah, here we go. There we go. Let's put just a little bit more yellow. And add that in. Just some yellow highlights here and there. Some little just stipples. Maybe that's the sun's. Just the The sun is behind you. The sun is behind you, giving some yellow highlights on the hillside over there. It's on the tops of the trees. I got all this little extra detail work. It just helps to filling in the layers and help to fill in the scene to make it just feel more alive. And that's the one thing that's so beautiful about doing art, that sometimes it is just like that. Maybe a little red too. Those would be colors that might be in the forest as well. Some red. Making it come alive. Even painting small, you can make something, make it come alive and living and have energy to it. And we're just coming in here, more the green, this straight green. I'm gonna mix it down with these other browns, so it's all mixed down. Stipple, just blends in and just brings in, just textures it out. Off in the way distance. A little bit like that. You know, it's just like this is your imagination and you are, so you're still actually here, but you had to change because your dad, okay, so your dad had to pick you up, and so you're gonna go see your new teacher. All right. I'm gonna wrap this up here in within the next 10 to 15 minutes. And so I'm thinking, you know what? It may need some. No, I'm going to do that other step last. But what we're going to do is you're coming in here. This is the scene that you're seeing from a vehicle. And I'm going to add a couple trees in here because they're just right in the forefront. And that'll help to create more depth in this composition. So we're going to make some more, I'm going to make it some darker colors here. I'm going to make the darker colors out of this green with a little black. I'm going to add some more of the red to it. And so green and red, adding those two colors together. And just a little tiny dab of black. And I think I want to add a little bit more because we're going to put something right in the foreground. And though it seemed like we spent all this time working on this beautiful image, and we're going to frame it up by adding some trees to the foreground. And I think the wind is going this way, so I am going to make it seem as though there is some wind coming in the trees. And so we're going to take this thing, we're going to just bend it this way a little bit. Up here and bend it there. And make a tree coming in the foreground. It's bending a little bit with the wind. the sea is just a little bit turbulent. I'm going to put another one in right about here, and probably one of them about right here. I got a nice sturdy trunk. Maybe it's not exactly perfect of a tree, but maybe this one's a deciduous tree. So we'll make it a deciduous tree. But you don't really see too many deciduous trees down at the coast, but sometimes you do. Sometimes you do. And so this is just going to be one of those times that you see a deciduous tree at the coast. I need to make some more brown. More brown. So maybe it's a little bit lighter brown with a little bit more red in it. Maybe this comes up over here, comes up beyond the sky. And there we are. Just some more. I'm going to come up here a bit more. Over there. Maybe it's a maple tree. Vine maple does grow down the coast. But maybe we're looking at a lake. No, I hadn't really decided if this is the sea. It's got the wind is blowing a bit. Combining elements here and there. There we are. Maybe the wind is blowing just a little bit. Maybe you kind of noticed it. The shimmering. So with this watercolor brush, you can just run, you just do you put a lot of water in the brush, a lot more water. And you just kind of add, you can just pull your lines out. I want some more up this way. It's faintly there. You can see it, kind of can't. And just kind of, leaves and branches. There's no perfect way to. So you're in second grade and your teacher painted a tree, and then when we painted it with all those ears, okay. Well, I don't remember second grade. And coming this way, I can put some green on here. A little bit of green. But a lot of times down the coast, you might see the little red right into the tree. I've seen this a lot of times. A lot of red in trees, especially in Hawaii. I've seen this. Maybe it's just the way that come back with some green over it. It blends it into being some different colors. Just blending these colors down. I like that. I like these tones of red in there. And so when we have this tree here that's kind of coming off, and so off in the distance, there's a beach down there, or shore. however you want to think of it, that's what's down there. And I'm still just sort of bringing this red in here and bringing it in, and I'm blending in here. And so it just has this hint of this color. Then we're going to come in, maybe we want to make some leaves in here. And so I'm going to do some stippling here to put leaves in the tree. You know, late summer, fall. Leaves have a lot of different colors in them. They aren't just green. There's yellows, there's browns, there's reds. All kinds of colors exist in trees. So you have a little brother, and his name is Ian, and he has autism. So his 3 okay. October 23rd, July. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I'm touching the camera again with my head. So this the stippling motion is just a, it is a, when you're doing landscapes and so forth, it's a way just to mimic what you see in nature. Things aren't perfect, and that's fine, because nature doesn't look all that perfect either. Red leaves over there. Over here. Back some more green. But you know what? I'm going to come in and lighten things up just a little bit more, and I'm going to add some of this fluorescent yellow. And we're going to put it up over here. And I like using this because it's highly reflective. It has kind of a greenish tone to it as well. I think I'm going to leave these. We'll put some in over here. We have the foreground and the background. And up against the background, we use this fluorescent green, this fluorescent yellow. And so it's adding a lot of sunlight in here. So you can see that the sunlight is really behind you. The sun is starting to peek out behind you. And it comes up into the foreground. I'm going to bring this out over the water too. And so can add some complexity to the textures, a complexity, and adding it some also, it adds depth to your image by coming out over the water. We've got the leaves and so forth. Maybe some green. I really like this fluorescent yellow a lot. Oh, one of my lights just burned out. I'll be right back. I'm gonna plug that light in. Let's see if I can get it to turn back on and operate. There we go. Will it do it? Maybe not yet. Come on. It's flashing. There we go. Actually, from a distance, this looks really good. Wow. I mean, when I was close up on there, I have a hard time noticing that this really does look pretty good. All right. I need some more of this. Okay, I want to do one more tree, but I think I'll do a fir tree right up here. And so before we go, so I'm coming up on 90 minutes, and I gotta leave for a birthday party really soon here. And I'm gonna come up color a bit, and I'm gonna put it right here. Maybe it's blowing this way a little bit. The trunk is bending somewhat. But I'm going to finish that tree first before I start putting the green into it. So I think I'm also going to add some red into that trunk too. So when you were 5 or 6, you used to have a cavity and had to go to the dentist, and you can't. Okay, yeah. I've lost a few teeth myself, and ones that I can't ever get back again. I'm gonna go back in and take this red. Alright, no, none of that. Maybe add some blue into it. Why not? Trees in my imagination could have a little blue in it as well, even though they don't have it in nature, but we'll just blend it in, blend it in, blend it on down. So you were in Las Vegas, and you ate too many cookies when you were in Las Vegas. Uh-oh. Gotta watch about those cookies. And get the diabetes. All right, I'm gonna come back in, and we're gonna make some more leaves in this tree. So how's this scene starting to look, Mia? Into the foreground with these images, this stuff here. There we go. Lighter color in the foreground. It kind of distinguishes it from the background a bit. And there we have it. Look, That looks pretty cool, don't it? So it's very beautiful with that tree. So you see how, as we're going to put in the second tree in here, and then maybe a bush or something over here. I think I might do another tree, actually, that's coming from, it's coming from off over here. It's coming from outside of the scene, and coming from up here. Not perfect, but coming from over here. And feels like you're sending messages to me. Oh, what kind of messages did you just send to me? That you thought it should come from off the screen? Well, because you are speeding by in a car or a bus or a train. All right, so got that, and now I need to I'm thinking here. This just seems so gnarly. I just thinking I'm gonna need to do this. I think I just feel like I just this is just demanding that it has a maybe another branch coming off this way, a big knot, and some branches. Maybe this tree over here is not gonna is So this one's coming from off in the distance. Let's take some red. Yeah, maybe one over here, branch there. It's kind of blowing that way. Off over here. All these different colors in it. And yeah, I really like this. It's got some different variations in the bark. Little grays and whites. Back in here. The reds. The trees of my imagination. Coming back in, darker colors. Just building a different kind of a flavor profile here. I don't want to do that. There's too much water on that, on there. And over here, like that, some branches coming off, different branches. Up over the water. It's off screen. No, I'm just gonna leave it like that. There we go. Come in with a little more black. Phone's ringing. All right. Oh, I see. Well, this is kind of what I was thinking also since the beginning. I was thinking this as well. But this is going to be a fir tree here. And I just got to decide if I'm going to stipple or if I'm going to, I think we're going to put some leaves in. I just hadn't decided, Mia, is if this is a lake or the sea. That's something that I hadn't decided yet. But I don't really think it matters, does it? It really doesn't matter if it is a lake or the sea. I'm going to put some these as darker colors. And they're going to kind of blend into the background. You see, I'm just doing the stippling motion. The stippling motion. That's as through this whole painting, you would have seen that I was doing this motion a lot. It's a technique for doing just this. Let's go bring up some green on the top, so it kind of makes it so it's not so muddy anymore. There. I don't think that maybe we're gonna put in some bushes in the front. Foreground. Build some bushes up here. Just in the very, very front foreground here. Maybe not all the way across. Different colors, bushes here. Bush coming up here. Off over the sea. It's different colors in here. Some greens, some reds, some of this other yellow. All right. Off here. Bush or something. I don't know what it is. Does it really matter that much? Okay, I hope this doesn't ruin the thing, but we're going to come and do some side strokes. I'm going to bring out here and making this tree. It's got some, does look a little bit dirty to hit this way, but all right, I need a different, yeah, I'm going to end this in a few minutes. I have one more. I'm going to come up here. This tree is almost done. I'm going to blend that color into it. Coming over here on the backstroke. This tree doesn't look as good as the other ones. I'm sorry. All right, it's going to come in front of this one. Blowing in the wind. So, coming over here like this. The backstrokes are just not as easy to do as the other strokes are. There it is. You know, Mia, I am going to do my last finishing touches on this thing. And this brush is running away here. And we're going to come in here. We've got a few birds flying off in the distance. Maybe 3, 4, 5. One over here, coming in. Over here. Oh. Another one here. And so why did you name it Sparkles? I'm going to sign my initials in this corner over here. 24. It's done. Thank you, Mia, for being here. Thank you. Because the horn has sparkles, and she has a bracelet on the sparkles too. Oh, cool. So, thank you, Mia, for being here. Thank you, Travel Sibling, for popping in for a minute or two. Thank you, Minion, for being here for a few minutes. Thank you, Olivia. Thank you, AP. And thank you, everybody else, for joining in the chat. Going back an hour and 49 minutes, an hour and 50 minutes. Thank you very much. I am just some random guy on YouTube, and this is the 999 ASMR Tarot. Please like and sub this video if you like this video. And come back another day, and I will be back here another day, maybe tomorrow afternoon probably, to do a a larger painting on my outdoor easel. And I'm going to cut this video off right now. Bye-bye.